Go.
This is the story of Cinder Urkel. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Cinder. She lived with her stepfather and 3 evil stepbrothers. Her evil stepbrothers' names were Ugly, Uglier, and the Ugliest. Cinder lived in a house revolving around sports, not her. She used to love sports. In fact, soccer was her favorite sport until the day of death. On the day of death, Cinder went to kick the winning goal, but missed. Her foot missed, and her shoe went flying into the crowd, not only leaving a terrible stench like a skunk, but actually hitting and killing her mother. After this horrid event, she was stuck living with her stepfather and stepbrothers, never wanting to play sports again. On the night before her senior prom, she begged and begged to be allowed to go to the prom. Her stepfather told her the only way that she could go is if she picked out the gown, the date, and the ride. Being so eager to go, Cinder agreed to these horrible conditions. On the night of the prom, Cinder was introduced to one cleat to wear, shoulder pads, a green holey shirt, and an orange wrinkled shirt. She put it, what? Skirt. She put it on and looked in the mirror, and never saw an uglier sight. The mirror never did either, and it cracked into a million pieces. Just when Cinder thought it couldn't get any worse, the doorbell rang. Ding dong!
Did I do this?
In walked Steve Urkel, suspenders, glasses, and high pants and all. Cinder looked past this embarrassing event and was happy to be going to her prom. Her stepfather and stepbrothers were laughing so hard that they peed themselves, but they still had one more surprise in store for Cinder. Her stepfather took her into the garage to show her what she would be taking to the prom. It was not a stretch limo, but instead a 50-year-old John Deere tractor.
I think the tractor's sexy.
If Cinder was not embarrassed already, Steve Urkel turned to her again and said,
I like your tractor.
Cinder was completely humiliated, but still went with the flow. On the way to the prom, Cinder and Steve ran out of gas. As this happened, Cinder kicked the tractor, but missed. Her one cleat went flying off and hit a bunny. The bunny then turned into her fairy godmother. Her fairy godmother looked at her in disgust and told her that no daughter of hers would ever go to the prom looking like that pile of garbage. Cinder's fairy godmother waved the cleat in the air and turned to Cinder and Steve into the most fashionable couple at the prom. It all seemed too good to be true, since this perfect night would end at midnight. While dancing Urkel style at the prom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like this?
Can I keep reading?
Yeah, go ahead.
While dancing Urkel style at the prom, the entire crowd noticed Cinder for the first time. Urkel was impressed also and bent down one knee and proposed to Cinder.
Will you marry me, Cinder?
Her evil stepbrothers were jealous because they didn't realize it was her stepsister. The next day, they tied the knot and became Mr. and Mrs. Cinder Urkel, snorts and all.